Why doesn't every sport have a goalie? Why isn't there like a guy just camped in front of like the basketball net, like in a really tall like lifeguard chair and like tons of armor to deflect all shots?
I would watch more sports if that was the case.
Yeah.
I mean, the word's already there. They could just call him the goaltender. You know, it's a foul. They'd have to change it from a foul to a job.
I want one player perched right on top of the backboard, swatting at the ball as it comes.
Ooh, maybe they could incorporate a curling broom into the action.
Yeah.
See, I think they should just combine all sports together. They should all be on ice. It should start out with somebody hitting the ball, like in baseball. There should be people stationed at all four corners with tennis rackets. There should be people on the sides with whatever the heck, a cricket bat? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cricket bats.
Oh, it'd be like they'd bounce it along the walls from bat to bat, but they stand along the walls.
Yeah, you can hit the wall like in racquetball.
Yeah.
Bounce it back into play. And the goals should be like the basketball hoops, right? And people start out, the team members start out in the middle like in football.
Yeah.
You know?
They can tackle each other on the ice. Yeah.
Right.
I think there should be tacklers in the middle and cricket batters on the outside. And you're allowed to hit one of the opponent players with the ball during a pass, as long as it's during a legal pass.
Well, that's where rugby comes in.
Yeah. Or dodgeball.
Also, there's an active horse race going at all times.
They're playing polo. They just play through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's one guy who comes out if when you know, like in football, when you make the goal, you get to kick for an extra point. He has a bowling ball, and he gets.
Does he have a giant, oversized, padded foot?
No, he doesn't kick it. He just gotta knock the pins
rolls
down.
It. Yeah. I like that.
All right. But Kristy, I have to know, if someone does manage to make a goal on the mattress, is the point Sealy certified?
Well, yes, because there is actually a seal. And
Perfect.
yes.
All the line judges are seals.
or
Because in this new, like, evolved sports world, people are actually playing for like a purpose, and it's going, like, you know, proceeds and stuff are going to conservation. So seals are there to remind people that we need to take care of the earth.
Exactly.
Yes.
Fighting climate change one very confusing game at a time.
Now, it is very important not to let the seals get anywhere near the cricket paddles.
Right.
especially if they're babies.
Yeah.
Sorry, I took that too early. Dark place, y'all.
No.
I did it first. You're good.
Yeah, the cricket batters they have very specific zones. Nowhere near the seals, just so the seals don't experience painful memories.
Yeah, no CPTSD for the seals, please.
Yeah, I know.
CSEA PTSD.
In fact, they do have safety harnesses on their navy.
Well, if seals are in play, I suggest we have a manatee camera person. Also with a harness.
I mean, if we're doing this, we just have to replace everyone with animals.
I mean,
It's BoJack Horseman in the future.
I'm pretty sold on camera manatee.
Welcome back to Shattered Worlds RPG. I'm your Loremaster, Jeff, and with me tonight are some of the funniest and most thoughtful and really gentle souls in existence. Jayme.
It's true, I'm gentle. Don't hit me. I'll just fall over.
Ash.
I'm so gentle. They call me the gentle person. I had somewhere I was going with that, and I totally forgot halfway through. Spapple butter.
Kristy.
Glad I didn't bring up what the highlight guy was gonna do.
Well,
Let's go to our highlight expert, Jean Valjean. Jean?
Looking real bright and highlighted here.
The highlight guy is the enforcer, because highlight is very dangerous sport.
It's very fast, yeah.
Yeah.
Those little guys go flying.
Mm-hmm. So if anybody gets out of line, he's there with basically just like a giant rock.
Bam.
Yep.
The rock launcher also doubles as a tripping device if you get too out of hand.
Yep.
Also, you can take out the horses with it as well.
Yeah. I think what we're learning from this exchange is that Kristy is not as gentle as you sold her as.
I'll write down for next time the extremely hard Kristy.
Skull cracking Kristy.
Yes. Last but not least, AJ Ganaros. What's up, AJ?
What's up? They call me gentleman, but I ain't no man. What's good?
We are here tonight to get back into the main campaign. Our friends are in a security office with an open door. They're getting ready for some mischief. Let's see what happens. I think Alecto is holding the door.
Mm-hmm.
Gale's across the room. Kolar. Do you guys remember what's going on with Kolar and the doctor? I think we'll just put them back near the elevator. And the rest of yous are around Alecto.
Yeah, the only thing I remember is we're gonna cut somebody's arm off.
Yeah.
Very violently and in like a terrible saw-like way. That our gentle, soft-spoken Kristy came up with this plan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. From what I remember from the episode that I was definitely a part of and was there for, we definitely stopped interacting with the doctor the second we figured out she was evil.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Not really a fan.
Nah. So she can be wherever the fuck she wants. I don't care.
Kolar, the Zentradi guy, whispers over to Dr. Danlo-Grace and says, what's going on now? And she says, they're trying to decide how to remove her arm with the least amount of danger. Ely Tarun's arm? That's terrible. There's got to be a way to save her arm and get the bomb out. I wish I wasn't blinded. I could probably use my molecular cutter. Do a surgical job. Shit.
Well, I don't know what they're talking about, but let's slam this lady's arm.
Yeah, please. It would be preferable to have that not follow us.
Okay, Dr. Danlo-Grace steps up and she says, Keziah, if you pierce the woman's vein here, and she points to her elbow, just below the cut, it should keep her from waking up during the procedure. And she steps back towards the elevator with a hint of a smile.
I'm a qualified doctor. I know that.
Of course.
Does Gale get anything? What's going on with Gale?
What is going on with Gale? Gale, what do you think of this plan? Your plan was have a wolf eat off the arm, but this works too.
I mean, are we sure we don't want the wolf? No one else will be in the room. It'll be fine. Nothing will happen to the wolf.
Can we do both?
I mean, I think we could.
So the wolf in this case is just like waste disposal?
Yeah, the wolf's on the other side of the door. We shear off the arm. The wolf swallows the arm. It explodes. No harm done.
He's doing his job. He's a good boy.
Oh, and the woman is unconscious, so you won't be able to get her consent to this procedure, so keep that in mind.
That's fine.
At what point in my backstory has ethics ever mattered?
Dr. Danlo-Grace sure doesn't seem to give a shit.
I just checked. She had one of those medical bracelets that say, if someone puts a bomb in my arm, you can feed it to a wolf.
Yeah.
I have one too. I mean, it's a smart thing to do.
It's right under her WWSJD bracelet.
In times of emergency, we do what we can to save the most patients. And that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah, I think this is a little too urgent to worry about consent.
Okay, so smash cut to a whoosh noise, and then an arm floats anime style with very little blood because it's it's a family show, and lands in a wolf's arm. It chomps it. It's like it blows out kind of like a sheep for a second, and then it goes back down and fucks off to the astral plane or wherever it came from.
Keziah's gonna do all the doctory things and like cauterize it and everything immediately, of course.
The doctor claps. What? It was a good procedure. What? I thought
Do
it
you
was
also
well done.
clap when spaceships land?
Depends on the spaceship.
I don't like how you said that, man.
All of a sudden, Keziah, you and Crunch, you're getting all sorts of like pulses as if somebody's trying to send you data, and the rest of you, your communicators are being like drowned out with static and like somebody shouting.
Okay.
But it's like way off in the distance, kind of buried by the noise.
Can we see what the messages are? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was
Sure.
asking the same thing.
Sure, yeah. You throw up your hollow screen, and there's more of those calls that came through last time you checked the network. But this time, everything is being overwhelmed with electronic countermeasures that are blocking direct signals. But Raya is trying to reach you guys, and you're both able to dial in and hear her. And she says, "Get the fuck out of there! The big one's coming!" And then, and a big shot, like it's like the loudest noise you've ever heard. Your communicators like squeal and whine. And Keziah and Kolar just fuzz out and drop and hit the deck. All the lights go out. All the computers go out. Any active tech you had running goes out. So Crunch is just frozen inside his suit.
That's why I'm frowning. That's why I am frowning, good sir. You have EMP'd my back, and I do not appreciate it.
And your doctor.
And my doctor. I mean, that goes without saying. I can't come to check on you because I'm trapped in a metal tomb.
And a millisecond after that, the entire cell shakes. And like, what's that stuff? Acoustical tile is like dropping dust down on you, and the ground shakes. And yeah, it's pitch black.
Oh,
and
no.
Dr. Danlo-Grace starts laughing. Like a fucking evil witch.
Can we load the save before we kept her from getting killed?
Am I anywhere near Doctor?
Yeah, you're within like 6 feet or so.
Oh, I'm tempted. I'm very tempted.
Do it.
I feel like if Gale saw everything go dark and someone started laughing maniacally, she'd try to reach for them and do something to do some damage. I don't think she has much control of what's happening.
Are you just trying to like slap her, or are you trying to end her existence?
I'm not trying to end her existence. What I'm saying is maybe the hit would have a little bit of electricity in it.
Nice. A good stunning shot. All right. Roll me a D20.
Oh, D20? Is that?
D20.
I mean a D10. Jesus. It's
I mean,
a whole
I'll-
different game.
I'll take the 20. Alright, hold on. I got a 10.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
I mean, it doesn't feel like an attack, but do I add Elemental Strike to that?
Yeah, but don't worry about it because it's minus because it's pitch black. But yeah, you. Anybody who's looking in this direction sees her like shake, and there's the white after image of her like in a twisted shape, and she drops, her extremities shuddering.
Don't fucking do that. Don't do that.
Kolar like drops to his knees right as the light goes back out, presumably to check up on her. And then he starts going, "What the fuck is happening?"
I thought he got knocked out.
Oh,
No,
that's
the
right.
doctor
He
did.
got knocked. No, Kolar also got knocked out.
Oh, shit.
Both him and Keziah. So it takes like, I don't know, 15 seconds before Keziah's consciousness is back online. It takes a few more seconds for her systems to power up.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to pry Crunch out of his mech suit. Maybe if I can release the aluminum magnebulas, we can open this up.
Crunch, you know
Excellent
that's some
thinking.
kind of pop culture reference, but you're not. You don't exactly know what aluminum McNebulous is.
I'm not going to admit I don't know what that means.
I don't know what those are, and I'm not saying anything.
But as soon as your hands come near, the emergency release valves open up, and the legs open up, and the arms open up, and the chest pops up, so you could crawl out of it.
Okay. I gracefully exit.
And there's like just a faint red light, so you can barely see as you come out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for saving me.
Ely starts moaning.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. Oh, you're waking up. Okay. Can I do a heal on her? Did she take damage?
Sure, yeah, you run over there. We can say that you've got like a little fireball totem floating around, so everybody can see. And
Oh, yeah.
You, describe that however you like, but yeah, there's enough light. And you lean down and you treat her. Basically, she's just disoriented. Blood is pouring out of her arm, but yeah, you're able to stanch that, and she can be in whatever medical state you want, whether it's asleep or wide awake or whatever.
Was Keziah not able to?
Oh, right. And Keziah, you get up to your side, and yeah, you see what's going on. And so you're reaching over to cauterize the wound, and Gale's already tidied it up.
I think someone set us up the bomb.
Kolar rouses over by the doctor. What's happening? What's going on?
So we cut the bomb off, and then the room went entirely dark, and then Doctor started laughing really loud, and that scared me, and I kind of accidentally shocked her a little bit, and now she's, I think, unconscious, or maybe just delirious, I don't know. But that's where we are.
So halfway in the middle of that last sentence, Gale just passes out. Gale, you're
Hi.
in a world of pure imagination.
Fuck yeah, I love Gene Wilder.
The best.
I'm thinking you're in a dress or something flouncy, at least. Maybe on a hillside. And there's like a shepherd off in the distance and a goat herd clinking up a trail, and smoke from chimneys and stuff. It's just like one of those books you like the Prydonian Highlands or something.
My favorite book, Goat Chimney Field.
Yes. Goat. Let me write that down. Goat Chimney Field. And you see an extremely well-built man with like his shirt hanging down from his belt and his rippling muscles as he works a well handle, and like water is spilling into the bucket.
I guess I approach him.
Okay, he sweeps his thick black ponytail off one shoulder, and he turns back to look at you, and he's got a dipper for drinking water up, and he holds it out to you, and you see it's a young, extremely virile Maja de Gultaman.
Hey, Maja, I hate to interrupt here. I'm pretty sure you can see through my eyes most of the time. There's a very bad situation happening. Why am I here?
Time is not a barrier. Gale, please drink. All will be revealed.
Oh, okay. And I take a sip of whatever he's offering me.
Okay. It tastes like the finest liquid you've ever consumed. And it fills all your parts with warm and yet cooling energy. You feel fully healed and invigorated and alive. If this was Legend of Zelda, there'd be like a plinky jingle happening.
And you get an extra heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's happening. Let's go back to the others. Gale's light goes out and you hear a faint thump as she hits the carpet.
Why does everyone keep collapsing?
At the sound of your voice, Crunch, the mech turns on all its lights and beckons you back in. Not literally, but I mean, it lights up the room and it looks comfortable.
I'm gonna stay out of it for just a minute. Make sure I don't get trapped in there. But I'll pretend I just need to stretch, you know.
Gale is lying on her side, passed out.
Keziah will glow just because, and she'll take a look at Gale.
Cool.
I need some lights. I feel left out.
Get you some rave lights.
We could have those like Star Trek Discovery shoulder flashlights if you want, because you did come here on a specific op and you had like the backing of a intelligence agency. So.
Well, now I'm fine being jealous. That's okay. I mean, I could make light. I could do my Hadouken, but the light would only last for like a heartbeat or whatever, and then it would explode something. So that's not really useful.
We can get you some glow sticks.
Kolar says, somebody shocked the doctor. She won't settle down. I think she needs medical attention or some. Somebody else is still over there. Who is that?
Bodie McBoatface?
You think he's talking about Gale?
Oh, Gale. Yes.
So Keziah is a 27 to look at Gale.
Cool. Yeah. There's nothing medically wrong with her. She's just going through a temporary bout of coma.
That's pretty significantly medically wrong.
But I mean, she has deep, full breathing. You know what I mean? It's like a really deep sleep.
Those things are different, though.
Delta waves are in a long, whatever, lazy river.
She's dead. I mean, she's taking a nap, what
Yeah.
She's just vibing and keeping it tight.
Have we seen Gale do this before? I can't remember.
I don't think so, unless you had reviewed video from her cell on Snowball Island. Is that what I called it? Snowball Station.
Yeah, Snowball
Yeah.
Station.
And I don't think we really had any time to actually review any of that anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's the doctor lady doing?
She seems to be recovering from an intense but low voltage shock consistent with one of Gale's attacks.
Keziah will just kind of smile and shrug at that.
Cool.
She'll put Gale in the recovery position, I guess. And I can't find anything medically wrong with Gale other than the fact she's asleep. I can try to wake her.
Crunch, you see a little dial in the suit, kind of, that you haven't noticed before. It's like an alarm that you'd never seen go off before.
Looks like I'm going to mess with it.
You don't have to.
I feel like this is my suit and I know everything about it. So, I mean, are we talking like a self-destruct switch or what does it look like?
Shiny red button
Jesus.
disintegrates the universe.
Oh my God.
If it looks like some kind of like incoming message or something.
No, that would go to your Virtua goggles. It's like a little headset or something. No, this is something direct on the machine itself, and it is a radiation alarm. a low level of radiation has spiked. It came from above. It's not enough to kill you, but it's like getting 20 X-rays. If you stay much longer, it can only get more dangerous.
Hey everyone. Quick question. How bad would it be if the planet got nuked with us down here?
Certainly not good.
Right. I think that's what may have happened. And I like point to the radiation. I gestured at all the electronics that recently shut down. I don't know if we have nukes in this universe, but it's seeming kind of
Yes.
nukey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're frowned upon.
But we should
All right.
expect our teeth and hair to be falling out soon.
So Raya's dead.
Its flavor profile, shall we say, is consistent with a low-grade tactical weapon for causing a large EMP burst, more than you can get with a standard round. So there's a possibility, because Raya is suited up, there's a possibility she'd survive, depending on how close she was to the site of the blast.
All right, so
But it makes it more dangerous long-term to your bodies if you were to go up towards the source.
All right, so that's a flavor profile. What would you pair it with?
What goes good with radiation poisoning?
Slow agonizing death.
Mutant jelly.
No. Fresh, organic, farm-to-table space jelly. Then Alecto turns the camera, holding up a little jar. Apple butter.
Drop your Venmo in the chat. I owe you like $6.
I'm gonna get all of these if I have to horn them in the weirdest way.
Shoehorn, I believe, is
Shoehorn them
in
in.
this case. Yeah.
Just like your mom.
She had a lot of shoes. What?
That's cobbler. It's the preferred term.
Yeah.
So we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, or a bomb and a wet place. You know, we've got radiation above, flooding below. What can we do side to side?
Well, Keziah will start, I guess, synthesizing some anti-rads.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, you'll need some precursors. You can get them from the medical lab, which is one floor up. Kolar
Closer
has
to the
helped.
radiation.
Kolar has helped the doctor sit up against the wall. AJ says, "What if we let the radiation and the water kiss, like in Pokemon?"
Be very bubbly. Effervescent.
I hate that that's the one we chose to read out loud.
Bubbles are the sign that it's really hot. It's a hot kiss.
Steamy.
Yeah.
Although, if you kiss somebody and you begin bubbling, it's probably a bad sign.
Contact
then
your
you're in a-
doctor, seek out your lawyer.
Yes.
Yeah. You're in a Fringe episode. Sorry.
Or you need a lot of antibiotics.
Or you're a vampire and you just kissed a priest who drank out of the holy water.
Shame on him.
Actually, it was Pope Sebastian's holy water lip balm. Pope Sebastian's. Put it on your lips.
Now with garlic flavor. You know, because the vampire holy water.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. We seem to have permanently injured AJ.
My only regret is I can't pull this wig any further onto my face.
Okay, so yeah, Ely is slowly coming to consciousness. You've got light. You're getting some medical stuff. You'll need to go up a floor. Anything else?
Do we have eyes on upstairs man gun elevator?
No more eyes. Computers apparently were not hardened and have not come back online.
Okay.
Keziah's just gonna go if
Yeah,
nobody stops her.
I'll go with Keziah for sure.
Okay, the lift is frozen. So you're going to have to go up the emergency ladder.
That's fine. She will whip it.
Whip it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you crack open the hatch, and Kolar's like, I think she's okay, but she's going to need a minute to come around. Gale is, of course, still unconscious. So, yeah, you head up there, Keziah, and you're rummaging around getting those chemicals. Gale?
Hi.
Maja has summoned a beautifully carved wooden kind of bench, like the kind where lovers can watch the sunset on a nice hill.
Mm-hmm.
And he helps you sit down, and he sits beside you, and he says, Gale, I know you have many hopes and dreams and desires, and I wish to fulfill them as best I can. And that includes satisfying your physical needs as well as spiritual. Don't worry, I don't mean me, of course. I have no body to speak of. But have you considered giving yourself pleasure to another?
There's maybe someone. I haven't really thought about it all that much, but
So you're looking away like a squirrel goes by, and when you come back, you see he has transformed into Abelard Ondashar, looking like extremely dapper and handsome and well-dressed, and he's got like a ceremonial dagger on one belt, and like a Zentride dance glove on his left. That's a thing. We'll unpack that later.
she's completely flush.
He reaches over and puts his hand on yours, and he says, you will survive this day as long as you trust me. Do you trust me?
I mean, I've trusted you this far, so sure.
We need to go deeper.
Sorry.
Music kicks in.
I'm 12.
Jayme, would you like to read your little bit in the chat?
I just said, is this when Gale learns about the goats and the bees?
And Kristy, you've got one too.
I need you to get pregnant and get have me as a goat baby.
You couldn't even finish. Oh my god, none of you were invited to the wedding.
Official request to have Kristy voice Magic Automod from here on out.
Seconded.
But you have to talk like that.
Have you considered giving yourself pleasures of the flesh? Not in a creepy way.
Gale.
Kristy, you're getting the medicine, and you're noticing some level of rad exposure. It comports with what Crunch said. Crunch, Alecto, doing anything here while you wait?
I was gonna follow Keziah,
Okay.
by climbing up the I don't know. Is this a
emergency
cave?
ladder.
The emergency ladder. Yeah, to the next floor. So
Yeah, so you'll catch up with her in a sec. She might even be done by the time you get there. Crunch,
Probably.
what about you?
So currently down here with me, we have Dr. Danlo zapped Grace and poor actress who has lost an arm.
Mm-hmm. She's slowly coming to.
Okay, I guess I'll just go and like keep an eye on her because I do not trust Dr. Golf Clap at all.
Okay.
I mean, if I turn my back, she might try to like put some like weird new experimental arm on her or something. Like, just stay away, buddy.
That's right.
She says, "Who are you?"
Oh, I'm Ebenezer Crunch. Nice to meet you.
That name sounds familiar. Why do I know that name? Oh, I was in a series. It was about unsolved mysteries. That's right, you went missing before the war.
I did go. They made a series about me.
If you're the same Ebenezer Crunch, did you rescue me? And she looks over at the medical mech and she's like, "That's a newer model, isn't it?"
You could say I helped. I'm.
What does this mean? You've been hiding out this whole time and you came to rescue me? Are you some sort of Ronin? Lone vigilante?
Well, I'm sort of a lone vigilante, but with several accomplices. You know, we're all like a pack of lone wolves, just traveling the universe and saving lives, being awesome. You know, like you. We just saved you.
She looks over and
yes.
sees Kolar and Dr. Danlo-Grace, and she grips your arm and she says, "That woman's a menace."
Oh, I definitely got that impression. In fact, that's why I'm here, to keep an eye on you and keep her away from you.
That's when she noticed she doesn't have a left arm. And she goes stiff and rigid and like her eyes go wide. And Gale wakes up.
Holy shit, what?
She goes, "Where's my fucking arm?"
Oh, please, no yelling. This is a weird feeling. So what's happening?
Someone let that mad woman take my arm.
Oh, ma'am, your arm had a bomb in it. Let's not. It's fine.
Crunch, she tries to grab your weapon from around your back, and fumbles it completely. Is unable to get a grip on it, and she's like clearly terrified of Dr. Danlo-Grace for some reason.
Is that within eyeshot of me?
Yes, you're very close.
That'll be a real quick compel.
Okay. This is a wild prison.
That'll be a super botch.
Oh, no.
Well, she just had a regular botch, so you had a mental battle of wits, and nobody came out looking great. You're just sort of glaring at each other.
All right, that didn't work, but you're not grabbing any fucking weapons now.
Who took my arm? Where is it?
The arm with the bomb in it, it's exploded, and you are now alive, so you're welcome.
She just kind of lays back down and looks up at you, Crunch, with like just confusion and upset and wonder all across her face. And it's now that you realize, well, of course this lady's a famous actor. She has all the looks, and she's given you all of them. Keziah, you've got the meds. You hear some noise up above through the shaft. Probably that guy from a few floors up that's left his cell.
Okay. She will call down to Alecto and say, "Don't come up here. The radiation is higher." And then she will yell up at whoever's upstairs, "You're being dosed with radiation right now. There was an explosion on the surface. It is highly dangerous."
You feel like a weird electrical vibe coming through your systems for a second. The light sparks, and then a voice comes out of the speaker, real tinny, and it says, "Is it safer down there than up here?
Slightly.
Then I will join you. My leg is broken, so it may take some time."
Okay. If you have any negative intentions, we will kill you. But all right. And
You
she'll...
have nothing to worry about me.
Can she use her whip to open the hatch above? Like just
The
quickly?
shaft goes up because the lift was on a lower floor, so the shaft is wide open. He's able to open the door where he is, and he'll just slowly start climbing down.
Okay, because she wants to get back down quickly to make the medicine and stuff, so that's her priority.
Sure, yeah. So we can all regroup down in the lower floor, and Dr. Danlo-Grace chuckles as this guy arrives. He is a Vorok. He's a little bit older, maybe 60. He's got a broken leg that was badly treated. He's got a bunch of interesting tattoos. He seems to be a real character. AJ's got a great bit in the comments. You want to read that to us?
You have nothing to worry about me, said the sixth person to attack us in this prison.
Well, it is a prison, to be fair.
True.
I'll walk up to the new arrival and I'll hold up my hand and I'll say, "The fantabulous Dr. Smagglesworth, Pearl Talon Esquire the Third, I presume."
He smiles and says, "Girl, I don't know what your deal is, but I'm happy to see you." And he puts his arms out for a hug.
Aw, I'll give him a hug.
Oh, it's real sweet. He's like a grandfatherly presence. And then he stiffens up slightly and he goes, "Is that one of yours?" And you look out through the window, a green light kind of coming up from the water.
No.
And it's being refracted as it's like barely pierced, like it's coming from underneath the surface.
I think we should prepare for the worst.
Wonderful.
All of you get behind me. And like Alecto cracks her knuckles.
Okay.
Does some stretches with her muscles popping.
Gale, you get the feeling that this is the Gillamorian returning.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can't see all the way down into the water from where you are. It's a few floors down. You'd have to go out onto the balcony and peer down.
Hey, guys, didn't someone swim away from us earlier that we should maybe be on the lookout for?
Yes. Explodey bomb. Crazy woman.
Water dancer, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
Water dancer. She's a dangerous woman.
Who said that?
He gets all smiley. This new guy. And Kolar says, yeah, water dancer's a real one. If you've got her handy, we might get out of this alive.
She didn't exactly seem fond of sticking around.
Okay, you hear something crest the water, and the light plays up around the windows of the various security stations, like she's trying to alert somebody that she's arrived. And you hear a faint voice like, "Hey! Anybody alive up there? Anybody?"
Keziah will open the door, I guess.
Okay.
Did you want to say something, Jayme?
I was just gonna be like, hello. Welcome
Nice.
back. We're up here.
No, that's what Alecto would do. Alecto was in the before Keziah got to the door first.
Sorry, no one was saying anything.
I was trying to think of how to shoehorn one of the other prompts you guys gave me.
Gotcha.
Oh,
So you three are headed to the door to go greet Water Dancer. Gale, this new guy, reaches out a hand and says, Wazara Tama, magic user.
Oh, magic user.
He's got all these beautiful tattoos on his hand that you could see stretching under his sleeve, and then he's got other ones like around his neck and the top of his head.
Gale Zauber, I'm also a magic user. I really like your tattoos.
Ah, yes, each one tells a story. Speaking of stories, you seem to have landed yourself in the middle of one.
I mean, irradiated prison sure does sound like a something that we'll talk about if we don't die, so...
Yes, indeed. Shall we go see what Water Dancer is up to?
I guess. She seems pretty dangerous, so... You just said you're a magic user. You're probably prepared, right?
Well, I am weak. I haven't had anything to eat now for a day or so. I just had a few bits and bobs that I could scrounge from the workers' break room.
Oh, I don't think I have any food on me right now, but we could...
Correction, you have tons of snacks inside your dimensional inventory.
Wait! Oh my god! Oh, let me just, and I open the dimensional inventory and I just, like, pull out a fucking party platter. Just have at.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He's like, oh, genius. Did you make this yourself? And he's just stuffing them back. And he goes, Kolar, there's food here. Do you want some? Kolar leads the doctor over, and they pick over it and start chatting to each other. And he says, this woman here, Gale, was it?
Yeah.
She's a sorcerer of some great power. And the two of them look at you with well, Kolar's blind, but he kind of he seems surprised in the way that you could tell when blind folks are surprised. And
They
that
still
is
have facial expressions.
Right. Yes, this is what I just didn't want to ask an ignorant question and look like a dumbass.
Yeah.
Clearly, they're both surprised to hear that you're... And they seem to trust Wazara Tama, this guy.
I think the doctor is pretty familiar with my powers already. Don't scare me again, by the way.
Are you speaking to the doctor?
Yeah. Well, I was telling... What was his name? Was it Wazara?
Wazar Atama.
Wazar Atama? Let me
He
write that
says,
down.
Call me Wazar. I just realized that's really similar to wizard. It's another Degultiman situation.
Yeah, no, I was telling Wazar that I attacked the doctor a little bit and warning the doctor to not scare me again.
She says, yes, I was becoming quite hysterical.
All right. Well, if you can find a way to do that without laughing real creepy in the dark. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wazar leans in real close and he says, beware the doctor. She has a wicked reputation.
Yeah, I got that from the evil laugh.
So we cut over to the team on the balcony. Sure enough, it's Water Dancer down there, and she waves her flashlight up at you, and she makes her way to the chain link and starts crawling her way up to you. With the power out, you can easily crack the emergency release hatch so you can let her in.
Okay.
Crunch yells down, Water Dancer, welcome back. We have snacks up here.
Oh, great. I'm starving down here. Somebody want to throw me a rope?
Is there anything we can
Crunch
throw
it,
down? Yeah, Crunch has rope.
Space rope. Yeah.
Space rope.
No, you have your
Cool.
very fancy Lunari rope, remember?
Oh.
Yeah, you
I
tied
forgot
up, what's his name with it?
Okay. Yeah. I toss it down. I'm classy. I don't brag that it's fancy. I don't always have to draw attention to how cool I am, but
One never brags in front of the lady.
but if she happens to notice how cool the rope is, I'll be happy to talk about it.
Cool. She yanks her way up, and yeah, she's got really muscular thighs, and she looks great dripping as she comes up and rolls through the hatch there, and she stands up next to you and gives you a handshake. Ambassador, good to see you're still with us.
Yes, likewise. How was it down there?
Oh, fine. And then she looks up and she sees it's Ely Tarun without an arm, and her face goes wide and she goes, Ely? What happened to your arm? And Ely is not happy, but, she says they had to cut it off.
And then there was an awkward silence.
Gale just turns around from the conversation he's having with three other people and goes, urgent medical procedure.
Well, I actually think that Alecto is going to stick real close to the evil doctor.
Okay.
And we'll have, unless something else is more pressing, she'll position herself like, what's the word? Like she's trying to look like she's kind of being sly about it, but isn't. In her very Alecto way.
Yeah, it's super sly. She has no idea what you're doing.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
You're like whispering Hadoken under your breath, but just trying to look totally normal while doing so.
If she moves, I'm gonna kill her. If she moves, I'm gonna kill her. If she moves, I'm gonna kill her. Hi, how are you?
I don't know if you saw it in the chat or not, Jeff, but I decided that Keziah was just gonna like work on the medicine, making the anti-rats.
Oh, okay.
And
good deal.
if
And you're
she
also going to
can-
take a look at Wazar's leg.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get plenty of rad meds printed up, and so you can dose everybody. The prisoners reacquaint themselves with each other. You notice that Water Dancer left a big black bag on one of the desks. It's got a bunch of loot in it. From the shape, it looks like maybe tools and some other bulky items.
I'm not trying to pry, but what did you bring with you?
Oh, I was grabbing all kinds of tools just in case I came across an obstacle I could work with there. On my way back, though, I came across something pretty interesting. Crunch, why don't you open up that top flap there?
Oh, okay. What do I see?
Staring up at you is Kip's overall's head.
So Crunch kind of like he goes, ah, like he freaks out, but then immediately tries to downplay it. It's just like, oh, look at that. Fancy that being there.
Ely almost faints, mostly just from like losing an arm. You don't know if she's ever seen a severed head before.
Probably not.
Most people haven't, generally.
Generally, yeah. Every other Tuesday, but generally not like a regular thing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be the definition of regular?
For most people, I think. Yeah.
Crunch, what is it?
It's some of Kip from earlier.
Oh.
Specifically the head portion. Water
ew.
Dancer, any reason you brought this?
Well, you never know when you might want to prove someone's existence or otherwise. You know, you might want to do a scan, maybe record some of that data for later. You never know what could help pay your bills, you know. It's not cheap to fly across the galaxy unless you have your own vessel. Do you have your own vessel?
Well, we had to get here somehow.
Or we're kind of assuming our vessel is still there. If someone's been attacking the planet, doesn't look real good. You know. But I mean, who knows? Maybe.
Well, I have some good news. I found the back door.
Oh, what's the bad news?
Well, it's not so bad for me, but you're gonna all have to hold your breath for a considerable period while we either repair the water pump, get that going, which is gonna take a long time because somebody blew the cell's reservoir, the prison's water reserve, so it's all the way up to like floor 30. That's where you found Kolar and Ely. Mm-hmm. Or just below. So, yeah. Oh, you're on floor 22. That's where Ely is. Okay. Yeah, so it's up to like floor 25, say. But if I got somebody's help, there's a chance we could pierce the rear exit channel. It's where they took the drill when it left the chamber, and it should have a emergency drain procedure that could clear the airlock so that you could go there, the water drains, and then you go through to the next tunnel, which should be completely dry if everything works properly. Either way, she's going to need somebody to help her wrench tools and whatnot.
Jeff, I have a question.
AJ?
Would holding your breath fall under a stat that I could boost?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah.
What stat would that be?
That would be water.
Alrighty. So I think upon hearing that, I can, Gale will pipe up and be like, well, if we just need someone to hold their breath, I mean, I can't guarantee anything, but I can definitely help someone be able to do that if someone thinks they would be good at helping out Water Dancer.
Well, what kind of help specifically do you need? Like help with tools? Do you need someone, say, who could punch a hole in a bulkhead with their fists?
She says, probably don't need a magic puncher, but I could use somebody versatile. And she looks over at Wazar. But your leg's fucked, so I don't think that's gonna work.
Oh, I can take care of that.
You can fix his leg just like that?
Can I try to heal his leg?
Yeah, sure. It's gonna take 30 to heal. Like, not a roll, but like heal 30 points.
Alrighty.
So you're gonna need to roll to increase the healing. Otherwise, it'll be 3d6.
Is Keziah able to do anything for him?
A broken leg would require setting and would require time to regrow. So your kind of medicine won't help here, other than to sedate him during the process.
All right. Wait, let me do math again because I just forgot.
Crunch, with your suit, you can breathe normally. And
Okay.
you're heavy, so you could drag everybody down, which reduces the length of how much they have to hold their breath. And then you could walk or swim the length of the channel or whatever. So you're the ideal person to assist.
Think about it, Crunch. Think about it. You got these two, and like Alecto leans in close. Got these two lovely ladies here. I saw them eyeballing you. This could be a chance to really show off and, be a hero, be suave. Just throwing it down there. Okay, I'm going to go look at the bad guy. I want to go watch the bad lady now.
I rolled an 18 for the heal.
Okay, yeah, roll me 3d6. And you can add as much of your vitality to this as you want. You just spend it 1-to-1.
How many do I need to heal this dude for?
30.
30, okay. I rolled 1-6, so let me 10. I got an 11. How much vitality does Gale have?
Oh, I'll let you use mana as well if you want to burn through that.
Oh, mana, I have hella mana. Okay. So 11, I would need 19 more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put my mana into that.
Cool. So bingo bango, whoosh, leg is fresh and clean. He does a little dance to celebrate. It does a spin, and for a guy as large as him, it clears the whole area that he's in. Like, everybody has to step back, and he jumps down, and he goes, ha ha! Look at you, girly. Never seen anyone with powers like this. You could be a priestess of Zora or any other healing cult out there.
Oh, good. Yeah, ew. That doesn't really interest me all that much, but thank you.
Yeah. Religion's not quite what we need, is it? In our state.
Yeah, I never thought so.
He leans down next to you and he says, "There's something special about you."
Gale gets flustered again.
Okay, so who all's gonna go down?
Well, I mean, obviously Crunch has to go since he is,
Okay.
the mech driver, aka mech diver, who will dive down and be a mech.
Love it. Anybody else? Or is it just the three of them?
Yeah, I don't really have any way to.
Yeah, if he has a way of breathing underwater and helping out underneath, then I'm good.
Okay, and you'll boost Wazar's water.
Yep. Let me just roll that boost. All right. That's Shadow, right?
He finds an oxygen tank and a mask, and he does something weird now that he's got his health back. And the mask turns into the face of a laughing demon warrior from Zagatroth. It's a Yafridi colony world that had its own strange religions. Strange because they were cut off from society for a while, not because their culture is strange.
I think Gale puts her hand on his arm to do the boost and looks up at his face just in time to see the mask change, like, ah!
I feel ready for anything. Thank you, Gale. And he shakes your hand.
Sure thing. I rolled a 23 on that boost, so he's good.
Oh, hell yeah. He'll get +4 to his water. And I'll let you spend mana or vitality for 5 points for each one more you want to boost.
How many is he at right now?
He's at 8.
Is that 8? I mean, I have a shit ton of mana. I can be a little... Let's be bad.
And by bad, we mean good.
Yeah. Is it a 1-for-1 deal?
5 to 1.
5 to 1? Okay. Let's make him an even 10.
Okay. So that'll cost 10 mana. Cool. So, Crunch, you step off the ledge and you've got your fancy rope, and Guy is attached to you holding the rope as you go down, and or I guess they'd go down first and then you drop.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really pretty as you silently descend like a bullet, them trailing up behind you, and then you land at the base of the mess, and you slowly march your way down a hallway and around a corner past the main engine, and I guess they'd have to have a communicator. So yeah, they synced up to your mech suit's helmet or whatever, and they're like, oh, and it's all like watery, because you're underwater. The sound effect has to be a little weird. Maybe I'll sweeten it or something. And she goes, "That over there's the water pump. We're not going to be worrying about that. We got to go this way about 200 meters.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. So yeah, you guys reach this big red hatch door, and there's all these like tubes and things outside it. And she goes over and starts monkeying with the thing, but she can't get the latch open over the cover of the console, so she needs you to apply some pressure, and she starts working.
Okay.
So that's what's going on down there. What's everybody else doing while they do their technical wizardry?
I'm just watching the evil doctor.
Yeah, I think I've got my eyes on them as well, as they're probably still picking at the party platter.
Keziah will probably offer to look at the amputated arm to see if she can make the flappy end look any better.
Oh, yeah, you easily tuck it all in and make it look nice.
Staples.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way to regrow her arm?
We have the technology.
Get a cool cyber arm or something? Because that would be fresh.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll explain all the ways she can reacquire an arm.
Yeah, you don't know if the med suite on the ship you came out here on is, but the Acheron has enough to do a slow growing arm or a cyber arm. And then of course Grace is on that ship, so she could probably design something better than anywhere.
Or a really cool bioorganic Akira style funky flesh arm. That would be
That
cool.
sounds awesome. Does anyone want to talk to the doctor? She says her name is Asha.
Crazy lady doctor?
Uh-huh.
No. I'm just I just stare at her every now and then. Just pace in front of her, kind of wander over, lean against the wall for a little bit. And then I'll wander over here.
Well, I don't know. Does she look like she wants to talk to people?
Oh, yeah. She's fully invested in this experience now. She seems to be enjoying herself now that she's had something to eat and drink, and her nerves aren't firing randomly anymore.
Then Keziah is going to ignore her extra hard.
So I guess she talks to Kolar and...
No, I'll
Tarun.
say something to her. I guess I'll just kind of look over and be like, hey, I mean, you seem a little too happy for someone trapped in an irradiated prison.
Oh, I'm not too worried. I have confidence in all of you. Well, some of you.
What do you mean by some?
Do you really think Pamlin Haduri would allow us to leave this place alive?
Well,
If we're to leave through the base of this prison, we will be walking into her trap.
well, all right. So who the fuck is Pamela?
Pamlin Haduri, you may know her as Violent Pam, our captor, our warden.
Have we encountered a violent Pam before?
She broke away from the Order of the Red Circle. She's a notorious pirate. She's got her own kind of mini cult called the Pamite Legion.
Right. Remember it from a different arc. Okay.
Gilliam's sworn enemy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's gonna be one of her versus a bunch of us, so I think we've got a pretty good chance.
What brought you to this benighted place, Gale?
Work.
A suitably enigmatic answer.
I don't see much of a reason to tell you our exact business here. What are you doing here? What has your job been here?
I was captured in a raid on my facility by the Pamite Legion. Violent Pam used my services for as long as she wanted them, and then used me as a lure to bring you into her clutches. Failing that, to kill all of you.
Huh. Interesting. And I grab her arm and shock her again.
She's no threat.
She just said she's gonna kill us.
No, that's what she was put here to do. You stun her, and she's like, looks a little shaky.
I don't want to knock her out. I just want to give her a shock.
The joy buzzer.
Mm-hmm.
She says, you're awfully free with that power.
You're awfully free with telling us that you're going to have us killed, so...
I didn't say that's what I wanted to do. Only that that's why she left us here.
Do you want to do it?
She smiles.
See, this is why you keep getting shocked.
There's no reason for me to want to harm anyone, Miss Zauber. I'm a woman of science, of growth, of learning. There's no profit in revenge.
Well, I am also a woman of science, which is why I'm going to clarify. I didn't ask for a reason. I said, do you want to?
She smiles again, and she says, Gale, I would happily kill anyone if the day was right.
See, you keep saying that I'm very free with my shocky hand, and you keep giving me reasons to give you the shocky hand.
Kolar's like, look, Zauber, you gotta give this lady some slack. She pretends to be all tough and shit because, look at her, she's weak. How else are you gonna survive in prison without talking a big talk?
I don't know, I did a pretty good job.
Oh, snap.
Her argument makes no sense. She says that she has no reason to kill us and do what she was left here to do. And yet, above us is radiation, below us is water. If she does not do what she was left here to do, then presumably she will simply die. And this lofty goal of hers, to be a woman of science, to grow, to learn, will all be for naught. Therefore, it makes no logical sense. So she is not tough. She is lying about something.
This is an agent. Gale Zauber, you have much to learn from this one. You are Veritas, yes?
Does it matter?
Of course not. You serve a master, as do I. We understand each other. I will not blame you if you refuse to give me a weapon to defend myself. There are other ways to stay alive in this world than with weapons.
Be a weapon.
If you were smart enough, you would know that you currently do not have any anti-rads in your system. I do not like you.
But you are a woman of medicine. Would you deny an innocent woman the life-saving medications?
You are not my patient.
I've watched her do some shit, I think... Yeah, I'd use your bargaining chips very carefully.
keep unplugging my headphones. Alecto's behind Keziah doing like the hype man thing, like, oh yeah, snap, nice. But like not saying anything out loud. She's just doing the gestures and like pointing and
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Got a cross chop going. Just
yeah.
There are times when euthanizing is the better choice.
She no longer is smiling. Kolar squeezes her forearm in a gesture of support of some kind. And Tarun is like, lady, you better keep your mouth shut or that one is gonna take care of you.
Which one is Tarun?
She's the actress that now has only one arm. But she's trying to give a little warning to Dr. Danlo-Grace.
Gotcha.
Down at the escape hatch, the work is coming along. The guy's oxygen has run out, so he's holding his breath. And I'm going to see how everybody's doing. Do you want to use your resources power? Because we're at the end.
Oh yeah, definitely. If I can, maybe one time I had a work friend who was super into like spot welding underwater as a strictly recreational endeavor. He thought it toughened him up, and so he'd get a few in him and go on and on about how macho it was, and I'd have to hear all about it.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So you've watched a ton of YouTube videos, and you think you're good enough. You pitch in, and sure enough, yeah, right at the last, you just got this beautiful weld. She throws the lever, the water starts being drained, and the hatch is free and opens up, and the water floods in. And she gives you the thumbs up and swims into the chamber.
Okay, now I know the other guy, he's out of oxygen. Would it make more sense for me to go up? Would going up get him to air quicker? Or would going through? Because I'm just imagining it being like flooded in the next room.
It would, but he could also get the bends if he goes up too fast.
Oh, yeah. The spot welder guy told me about that. So I guess I'll just like go through the current and hope we find more sources of oxygen, unless I can somehow like patch him into
the airlock is gonna, once you get in and close the outer door, it'll drain presumably.
Okay.
And then you can pop the helmet.
Nice.
So yeah, so you're gonna help him go in there. And he locks eyes with Water Dancer, and she turns and gives him the like wink and a nod, and he snaps his finger. It looks kind of dumb because it's underwater. It doesn't quite pop. And then whoop, he appears next to her, and she hits a button on her pad, and the hatch just goes and shuts in your face.
Well, that's extremely rude.
So now it'll need to fully cycle before you can get in it.
So I'm just like stuck down here. Can I radio up? I'd just be like, well, double crossed.
You can try. I guess Keziah's system is back on. Yeah, you connect and yep. Yeah, say whatever you guys want to say. This will be the last.
Hello, Ebenezer Crunch. We're fully doomed. We have been double-crossed by Water Dancer and her evil winking thumbs-up ally, as I now think of him. And I was worried he was running out of oxygen, and then they trapped me down here. So, that's bad.
You're not technically trapped. You could get back.
Well, I know, but I mean, like,
but
we're
it'll-
all like still trapped in the flooded, jail.
Oh, trapped outside the airlock. Yeah.
Yeah,
But the air,
yeah.
like you said, would cycle eventually and open again.
Presumably, yeah. If everything's working properly, the water will drain, and then it'll be able to be opened again.
Yeah, I go ahead and I say that too if Crunch would realize it.
The not so good doctor up here claims that if we actually follow the plan to leave down there, we will be walking into a trap anyway.
Well, that's the best news I've heard all day, because those two deserve it. Let me tell you.
Supposedly, they are all here to kill us. Some violent Pam lady. Do you know her?
Do I know Violent Pam?
You would have seen her mentioned on the news. She's she's suspected of being behind the very recent coup attempt on Gilliam at Stoneflower Island.
Oh, yes. Saw her in the news. That's... All this seems remarkably bad, Keziah.
Yes, it would seem so.
So Kolar starts to get up to his feet, and then he just drops and rolls over onto his back all floppy like he just suddenly died. And in the airlock, we see some goons standing on the opposite side as the hatch opens, and they're pointing weapons at Water Dancer and Atama. And you hear a voice come out of a speaker on somebody's suit. Take them into custody. And that's it.
Well, fat fucking chance, bitch.
So, to be clear, the goons are down at the bottom level.
They're down below, yeah.
Okay. So Keziah thinks the doctor, did something to Kolar, because that's the only thing
Could
she
be.
can think.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe she has poisonous skin.
Probably.
Oh, crazy lady.
Likes! Who had some likes?
Oh my god, there were so many in this one. That showdown between the doctor and Keziah was very good.
Epic.
I love
Epic.
that.
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Yeah.
I liked Crunch's tender moment with the actress.
Yeah.
That was very sweet.
Yeah.
It was.
And Alecto bouncing around, not being suspicious at all. Not at all.
I'm smooth.
So smooth.
And of course, Gale all the time, just having goat dreams and
Sexy goat dreams.
Just some fucking goats and a dream.
Gale's always the wild card. Like, we need something weird to happen. Gale, Gale, can you come in here?
She's the one you call when you really have no idea what logical thing to do.
Well, I definitely liked the Gale goat dreams. It's always a good time. I liked hype person Alecto bouncing around like, yeah, what? And also like the murder whispering was a good touch. Like, if she moves, I'll kill her. If she moves, I'll kill her.
The reaction to Crunch finding the severed head was fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What do you guys think I was trying to do there? That was
I
a
don't know.
Weird move.
I thought maybe it would be a Crunch bobblehead or something, or like a poster from the show that Crunch was featured on. Since Crunch is apparently famous.
Yeah.
I had every expectation that she was going to say, look into the bag, and then Crunch would be stupid enough to look into the bag, and there would be like a full-on explosive in there.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a whole bunch of snakes shoot out of it.
Oh. Also, as always, I love Murder Doctor Keziah.
Uh-huh. It was a murder doctor off.
Yes. And I like the actress thing too. I will say that is very intriguing to Ebenezer Crunch, knowing that there was a show about him. He's wondering how hunky this actor portraying him was. Probably quite.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Clearly.
If it's at all accurate, of course, yes.
It's
They got
Nick Cage in his 40s. So what is that? 90s Cage? 2000s?
Nick Starcage, actually.
Nick Starcage.
Prime Nick
Yeah.
Cage. National treasure Nick Cage.
Nick Space Cage.
Yes.
Nico Space Cage? No.
Nico Space Star Cage. Space
Nico
Nick.
Space Star Space Nico Space Star Cage.
Space Nick Star Cage.
Necco Cage Wafer.
All right, wishes for next time.
No, clearly we need to see the Crunch movie.
Yeah. That's my reason to live.
I believe it was just an obscure episode of Unsolved Mysteries, but we'll find out.
I'm kind of hoping that Maja cuts loose on these assholes.
Maybe there's like a true crime podcast. Like they did a whole series on Crunch.
Yeah.
We're like speculating all the places he could be.
I've got it. So, okay, it's like a series on missing diplomats called Diplo-Missing.
Nice. Yeah. They have people calling in with like their supposed sightings and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like random 30-year-old women will walk up to Crunch and go, "Oh my god, I love your podcast."
Mhm.
Anyway, that's my wish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
good one. It's a good one. So, see the Crunch episode. Maja cuts loose on the assholes. True crime podcast about Crunch. Anything else?
I would like Crunch to actually make it back up to
Yes.
everybody
Mhm.
else.
That's
That would
good
be-
thinking.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be hard.
A 100% survival rate.
That's my
For
wish
us.
too.
For us.
Yeah.
Not so much the evil doctor.
Oh yeah, no, I did for sure say cut loose on those assholes.
Post-credits sequence, the compromised structure of the prison at the blast site suddenly depresses, and all the weight that was being held properly by girders and things just drops into the center and falls a few floors, and all this shit goes down through all the lift gates and the stairs and everything. Powder, dust, and then and it just crushes the escape route that you guys had planned and compromises the structure of the entire cell. So that way is also blocked to ye.
Yeah.
Sign up for our Patreon and get all kinds of extra benefits. Patreon.com/ShatteredWorldsRPG. You can also email us, shatteredworldspod@gmail.com. AJ, how do people find you on the internet?
You can find me at justthetip.gov. Everyone had fun with the URLs last time, and now it's my turn. You can find me on... if you go on any social media site and just type AJ the Slayer, it'll probably work. If it doesn't work, add underscore between... Blah, blah. If it doesn't work, add underscores between the words, and you'll probably find it. If not, then I'm just not on that one. You can also find me on another podcast called Christmastide, Ohio. It is an anthological... It's an anthological series following a bunch of school kids in the 80s in a Christmas-esque town, solving mysteries, doing witchcraft, talking to ghosts. It's crazy in there. What? I also compose all the music that goes into the show, so check it out. It's a very good one.
Yay!
Yay! Hell yeah!
Yay. Jayme.
You can find my game, Lucid City, over at Brandoff, brandoff.itch.io. It's free and it's spooky, and you might have heard a little bit about it last episode, so go check it out.
Yes, of course. And Ash.
You can find me on the magnificent5000.edu.gov. I'm currently taking
the horniest federal prison library.
I'm currently taking a social media break, but when I come back, which is maybe when this episode has aired, you might be able to find me on Bluesky as Dr. Mod, DOKTORMOD, where I tell dumb jokes.
Kristy.
I have some short stories up for free on a website called Vocal, but they are under my full name, which is real long, so look for a link to those in the show notes, or look for me on Bluesky. I'm Kmitko, Kmitko, and check out the pinned post there.
Hell yes. You can find me all over the socials at El Jefe Tacoma. Listen to my other podcast, The Great and Secret Knowledge, a speculative fiction podcast. AJ's been on that recently, talking about the first new Doctor Who episode. New Doctor Who episode from 2005 called Rose. And Jayme did a bunch on there. And also, I do Omniversal Escapades every other Sunday at 6:30 Pacific Daylight Time on twitch.tv/Omniversal Escapades. And all those shows are archived over at youtube.com/Omniversal Escapades. All right, I think that'll do it, except for one more post-credits sequence.
Ew.
And we see an enormously fast, sleek fighter flying through the vacuum of space. It's like a bulb with a long pointy end. It's all chromed out and icy, and little wings. And we see in the cockpit is Abelard Ondashar racing towards this planet that I can't remember the name of.
The prison planet.
He's
prison
racing
planet.
towards Gale.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Racing towards Gale. And he says, Slamma Jamma, come in. Slamma Jamma, come in. This is
Turkey baster.
Thick Tommy.
Tommy the turkey baster.
This guy cannot have the name Turkey Baster as his code name.
Hey, I'm
This
just
is
saying.
Shining Silver. Come in, Blinky.
Listen, I'm just saying. Maja is out there trying to look out for Gale's best interests. So.
Hell yeah. Good game, everybody. That's
Yay.
it. Unless you want to hang out. But yeah, that'll do her.
Oh, that's it? Oh, thank God I can take this damn bra off. Just
Hell yeah.
it's not coming off over my headphones.
You can tell that Gale's not used to wearing bras because I've seen bra wearers, like lifetime bra wearers, like slip their bras off like with a snap and, you know, down one sleeve.
Now, I know you meant AJ, but it's funny to think that Gale would be doing the like bra through the dress sleeve thing.
There's your stinger.
Oh, finally, she says as she relaxes.
I would hope that in the future we would have moved beyond the need for bras, like in a technological.
Yeah. Anti-gravity boob lifters.
Yeah.
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 That would be
Perfect.
wonderful.
Yeah, and you are in an action suit, so yeah, it would definitely take care of that for you. I guess we can't do the bra through the sleeve thing. Shoot.
No. There's no use for underwire in space.
Yeah, I bet astronauts probably don't use it. Be a shocking hazard, probably.
Probably, yeah.
The male astronauts do, but they don't like to talk about it.
I now am probably going to spend a long and very stoned hour researching if there are space bras without underwire.
Astronauts actually don't change their clothes very much. It's pretty gross. I hate to tell you. It's really nasty in space.
I had a feeling.
In space.
It's really nasty in space. Shattered worlds.
Oh, you mean they don't have laundry on the International Space Station? What? That's crazy. What?
There's also nowhere for those farts to go, just saying.
Yeah.
Nowhere but up.
Well, you have a fart vacuum, obviously.
No, it's like being trapped in the shower
The whole time.
the whole time.
Good night, everybody.
In my spaceship, there's going to be a fart vacuum.
Just put your butt up next to it. Press a button. Whoop.
Yeah, little vents near, every few feet.
But anyway,
Jeff's on the NASA version of Shark Tank, like.
Shout out to Space Knife for letting us use their track I'm Taking Off, Shield Your Eyes from their Into the Black Hole EP. Thanks, Space Knife. Keep it rolling.
That'll do, pig, as they say.
Boink.
Yeah. We're all babes here. There should be a drama sting, but for like when somebody's a babe. You know?
Some of us are just in Toyland.
Oh.
Oh, that's the. Oh my God. So, I didn't know that this name was a reference. There was a concert that the CTGMC did before I got there, and they called it Babes in Boyland.
Nice.
The Ferengi version is called Lobes in Babeland. Because they have big ears. They get their
Yeah.
They have umaks where they get their ears rubbed. That's a Star Trek reference, if any of you aren't hip.
Or if any of you are hip and don't know Star Trek. 'Cause you're
How
too-
dare you, sir? That's enough. There shall be no quarter given in this war of words.
Sorry, I'm just doing a Mark Twain from Star Trek.
It's okay. I was making a bad joke. I was just going to say, unfortunately, I'm all pelvis and no hip. Thank you for the pity laugh.
Well, isn't the hip a part of the... Oh.
There's certainly a hip bone. It's not the hip.
Right, there's more to it. There's like muscles and shit.
Yeah.
And fat and skin.
Padding.
Yeah. Any clothing you might be wearing. That's part of it. Like hockey pads.
Mm-hmm.
Although I guess there you'd just have your pants. There's no pads there. As far as I know.
There's pads and hockey pants.
Oh, okay. On the side there where the hip goes?
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about hockey.
There's some padding on the front of the knees. Especially if you're the goalie.
The goalie's all padding, though, right? Just like
Yeah.
just a big
Yeah.
pad.
They actually just bury that motherfucker in bubble wrap, and it's fine.
I'm picturing the starfish from SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yep.
Like shaped hockey pad for the goalie.
Yeah.
Patrick.
Because there'd always be like a little space between their legs, but if it just goes flat along the ice, that'd be ideal.
Yeah, no. You just hit him with a slap shot, and the bubble wrap sounds like a fucking gunfire.
You replace the goalie with a mattress and nobody notices.
Yeah. There's just a cat back there working some levers.